Hello everyone, Small Types Gaming here, and today is I'm gonna be talking about is the Genesis, the price. Is it worth it? Because the map is long, so I feel like it is kind of worth it. Now, a good thing about this map, it's a completely different from the other maps. So you got Island and Scorched Earth, Aberration, Extinction. Your pretty much goal is to tame like a dodo, trike, parasaur, and then slowly get up with the kind of dinosaurs you get. Now that is good. That is fun. If you're an ARK player, you know it just gets boring after quite a while and it's just not fun anymore. But this map completely changes everything. So first thing of this map is you have this little robot companion that has active protocol, which is how to summon the boss, but I'll get into that later. Helena settings, which are like the settings you put on. That doesn't really matter, you don't need to do anything there. You have the shop, which I very much like. There's also new emotes you can get. Cyberpods, element, pretty nice. Supply crates. There's also biome teleportation, which I'll get into this too. So yeah, I'm gonna start the video. Now, there's 5 biomes as I just showed you. That is bog, arctic, ocean, lunar, and volcanic. Lunar is the hardest, bog is the easiest apparently. In my opinion, it's not really. But apparently it is, I'm just gonna say that. Now the thing with all those 5 biomes is they have unique creatures. One unique creature that's completely different from other creatures. And they have unique abilities that I actually really do like. They're changing the game, the complete game. But it's really fun actually, it's kind of addicting. So first of all, biomes. There's, as I just explained, bog is a beautiful but very dark and scary place with creatures that want to eat you. Let me just give one very annoying one, and that's the X-Bino, which X is basically stronger than regular. Until this map, as you can see, X Ankylo. Some of them are not X, and X just have 10 more health and do a ton more damage, which I like. And they're extremely OP to tame, which is, even though you have all this cool stuff, the boss is still very hard, which is honestly a good thing. It's actually something to work for once you get a bunch of army of Rexes, other than just keep on improving for nothing. Now first of all, this map does not include Giga or Titanosaur, so you don't have to worry about any of those while playing this map. Now again, back to bog. I got distracted. And there's a bunch of giant trees and a bunch of unique quests, which is, you have a unique quest, and this is one of the quests. There's different sections of quests. There's this melee one. There's finding tokens. There's also fighting a bunch of mobs, getting something, and then fighting your way out of it. And there's races, and there's some more, I just can't remember off the bat. And there's like at least 50 quests, which is very good, so you have something to do even if you're like bored, so, which I like. Now, again, bog. There's a bunch of trees with cool looking weird yellow things on them. Yeah. I don't think there's not much way of telling what those yellow things exactly are. But in those trees, in some of the trees, is a pretty rare mob known as the Bloodstalker. The Bloodstalker is a creature in the trees that whenever he has the right chance, he'll spiderweb you up there and then suck your blood until you're dead, which is kind of insane. I'm not gonna lie. He's pretty much a vampire edition. But not only is this guy very scary and it makes you very feel weird maybe near a big tree because you feel like you're just gonna get jump scared by their web. But they're kind of OP on this map because with this map there's no such thing as flyers. Or there is, but you can't even fly with the flyers, so they're pretty much useless. There's no reason. So pretty much what this Bloodsucker does is he Spider-Man's his way across trees, which is really OP. I really do like it. It's also fun to travel, which is good. He's, in my opinion, probably better than a regular flyer because his stamina was good. His melee is pretty nice. He has this attack where he will bring a creature up that's small enough and suck its blood. But for some reason, I feel like this should be changed. It doesn't gain any health. They do gain health because I know this because whenever the Bloodsucker gets half health or something like that, below half health by inch, he starts sucking your blood and heals, but he almost instant kills you, which if you have good melee damage. Unless you have blood packs. Now, time to get into taming. How you tame this, guys? You have to walk around the trees, say direwolf. I used a horse, so you don't have to use a horse. I just did, because they're like really easy on this map.
Here they come.
And I can't remember what I was saying. Wait. Oh yeah. Pretty much you have to wait till he will pick you up, and then if you have a good enough, you need a lot of blood packs, but if you have a lot of blood packs, then he will suck those blood packs instead of your blood, and basically make it to where he starts taming, but at very low percentages, not high at all. See, that's why you're gonna need quite a lot actually, like really a lot. And then once you get him tamed, he will pick you up, and then you'll be riding him on the tree. But still watch out for every tree. There's at least 5 on them. If you're kind of lucky, there's multiple, more than 5. Like when I first got my Bloodstalker in this map, I got 150, which is max level, which is insane. But usually you'll get like a low level. You can use that guy to get a higher level. Now, next map. The Arctic is the medium, the medium part of the map. It's mid difficulty. It's not that hard, but it is hard. It's harder than Bog. Apparently, it's not really, but it's supposed to be harder than Bog. Now, this place I definitely recommend starting in because if you teleport to north, there's a very good biome there, which is the Ice Lake, which first of all has a quest. A very easy, peaceful quest, but watch out for Therizzinos. There's a lot of Therizzinos on that map. Or biome, at least. I have experienced them, and I don't like it. Now, that place is not cold. Or, like, the whole biome, it's freezing. So, if you're ever going to want to start there, when it's morning, or, not day, or not night, or not a snowstorm, you can teleport there, which I'll get to that snowstorm. You can teleport there, north, and then start instantly getting ready. Like, you need to instantly get ready. Because once it reaches night, you need a whole base next to a campfire, full of cloth, just to get, like, at least not as cold to where you start dying. It's kind of insane. Very, very cold place. Now, the unique mob is a Ferox, which is actually, Ark has a YouTube channel, is actually their thumbnail. Which is actually really cool, I like it. And basically what the Ark is at this point. But the Ferox is a little cute creature that could be put on your shoulder that could give you fortitude, and I don't think anything else. He's also, in my opinion, a drug addict and really wants elements. He'll do anything for element. If you have element, he'll chase you around till you give him that element, which leads to his taming method. His taming method is you're gonna need elements at your last slot, and then like press square or something, triangle to feed him. And then he'll go on a rampage, go on his fullest, highest, strongest mode, and absolute go ham. And he'll just destroy everything in his path. Because first of all, he's strong, and secondly, he's good co-roundabout, which is actually very good for this map, because you're gonna need something that can travel light speed. That's kind of where the Bloodsucker goes in. I'm gonna try to speed through this so it's not a that long episode. That's pretty much the Arctic. The Arctic is not that interesting, but it's just a really good place to start a roundabout. But there's one more thing. There's like, with all these biomes, there's like a separate kind of biome. And Bog has this little toxic place, which I'm not gonna go into details because it's basically just a toxic place and not anything more. Pretty much there's snow golems in there, so watch out for those. There's also feroxes. Now the next map is the ocean map, which has actually one of the bosses, but there is multiple bosses. There's actually two. One not even in a biome, the ocean one. Now the ocean has been completely changed, which the creator said it would be, so I'm happy about it. So pretty much in this map, you move slow, way faster actually. You also have way more oxygen. And yeah, first the benefits. Now, this map is, or that water area, is the second biome is very deep, very deep. It has basically no mobs at all. And I feel like this should be changed, but the boss summoner place in the water, which you can actually, it's a task or a, what do you call it? Job or whatever. It's actually a, man. I really should play in the silence. It's a task, one of the things I'm doing right now. So you don't have to do it, but it is optional. And it is recommended. Very recommended, because for the final boss you're going to need full out decked out tech, because it's extremely hard, and you do need to go on your foot sometimes. So the new animal is I can't even remember, man. My memory is just absolutely terrible. Actually, wait a second, I don't even think there is any mob. It's just the boss, I'm pretty sure. Oh no, the giant turtle. This giant turtle can basically, you can put a base on his back and then just, instead of like, it's like a raft, but it can go underwater, which is kind of amazing. I never really use these guys. I have got them, but I just don't like really use them. Because they're not that good. Now the taming method for these guys is you have to go underwater, and usually you'll find them. Now you have to go way deeper and find these little fish called, I can't remember, there's little fish. It says something about like swarm will be chasing after you. Once they do that, first of all, run, because they will damage you. Even on a pet, they will damage you. And they do quite a lot of damage. They're like the bug swarm and the bog, which I didn't even talk about. But yeah, that is a thing. It's very annoying. But way stronger. Like, really strong. So you have to get that guy, go to the turtle, and then lead those fish to the face of the turtle and make the turtle eat the fish. And then once you do that, the taming bars start coming up, and then basically you just have to walk around him, just follow him everywhere till he's tamed. Which is very different taming, but I of course like it. And this actually was kind of really was surprised or wanted so much when I heard this map was a thing. And he's actually pretty good for PvP. Actually, he's really good for PvP. Not only that, if you go to surface, he has a bubble attack that will push you into islands, which yes, there is islands, but they're very hard to get on if you fall off the kind of area. Now, next map, because that map or the water doesn't have too much interesting things about it. It's just kind of unique and cool, and I like it. Our next map is the Lunar, which is actually no, the volcanic. I'm gonna talk about the volcanic because Lunar is the hardest. Definitely, 100%. The thing with the volcanic is, it is of course a very hard map. As you can see, I just died by one of the missions. And what you're supposed to kind of do, well, you can start here, and it's kind of good. It's, in my opinion, no, it's not. It's,
You can always have another go.
it's near bog spawning, and bog sucks to spawn in, so it's gonna take quite a while to even do that, or to get that far. So pretty much, there's just like unique, or not unique, why am I keep saying unique? Like parasaurs, stegosaurs, pretty much everything you need that you will want from the beginning. But there's this new creature called the Magmasaur, which I actually already showed you. This little lava dragon that can instant kill you in one hit, even with good armor, as you can see. You cannot just completely destroy me. Now, this guy hangs out in the volcano, which is right there. The volcano is very dangerous and scattered with all these in them. All the guys in them. I can't really go close to it just right now because it's kind of erupting. So I'm just gonna do another task for a job. But pretty much what you're supposed to do, well, it's basically almost impossible to live here unless you're living here and like somewhere like right here or the complete edge of the map, like say like right where I am. This volcano will destroy everything and every tame. Not only every tame, but every base in one splash. And this will follow the player, so as you can see, it's hitting this direction. This will follow you, so if you're on a server and someone, say you're knocked out like a Rex or something, and then someone goes near that Rex while a meteor shower happening, then that team will die. It may hit the guy, which kind of sucks, but I'm kind of fine with it because I don't like it. Now the taming, or what you're supposed to do for the Magmasaur, if you really want it, what you have to do is go ahead and tame yourself a Bloodsucker. You're really gonna need a Bloodsucker. It's the recommended thing to tame them. Or you could just use a Ferox grappling hook or anything, honestly, not much though. Or actually a very strong creature. Or in Magmasaur, which is Magmasaur's of course best, but you want Bloodsucker for the first one. Now this volcano, there's lava at the bottom, but there is a section full of cave creatures, very, very dangerous. There's also bats, Magmasaurs, and at the central there's this very, very big lava pool with Magmasaurs everywhere, honestly. And that's where most of the eggs are going to be. I really don't recommend going there. There's little ponds like everywhere else that it's just less populated, and you know, it's just better. Now what you have to do is you have to try to swoop in, grab an egg, and instantly get out. But as you saw, there is sometimes a volcanic eruption can happen, and as I said, will destroy everything in one hit. The thing with the volcanoes, again, will destroy everything in one hit. That also includes when you're inside it. Unless you have a Magmasaur, never go inside. Unless you like want a or you have a Bloodsucker and you can easily get out. It's basically never go inside. Because it'll first of all damage you by 2 every second unless you get out. But if the thing erupts, it will instantly destroy you. It will instantly kill you, do maximum damage, and there's basically no chance of you surviving. Also, in that volcano, you can find black pearls, which is good. Like a lot of black pearls, so which is I like very much. Now, next map is Lunar, or Pinon. The thing with Lunar is it's a kind of impossible to live in. That's all I have to say. Unless there's a rock all around you and you hide in one of those little caves, which yes, there is little caves, but there is no artifacts, so don't be looking for artifacts. Unless you're in one of those, then you will instantly die. Not really instantly. But Lunar Lancer is in space, should I say. And yeah, they're in space. It's in space, and if you're in space, it's very, very cold. Which, yes, an arc doesn't really apply that much. I mean, it is very cold where you start dying, but it did just instant kill you like it would in real life. But if the sun is on you, you will take a lot of damage. So you pretty much just have to get out of the sun and go possibly to a cave or under a rock. Then you won't take any more damage. But the new creature is kind of insane, but he's not the best, should I say. He is a lunar whale, which is cool as frick. He flies. He's like the only flying creature you can get, but super, super slow. And he also has very weird attacks and is actually very, very weak. But if you get his tech saddle, you could basically, I think you can only have the tech saddle. You pretty much need the tech saddle. It's pretty much the Titanosaur. You knock it out of boulders, which you can get a hoverboard, you get from defeating the boss. But you don't need the hoverboard. Like I've watched a YouTuber do it on the side of a mountain, which is so hard to do. And it's not even worth it at that point. And you just have to give it his tech saddle, exactly like the Titanosaur, but just less expensive and more worth it. Less worth it. Actually, it's a very useless creature. The Titanosaur is. But once you put the saddle in, you will see that he's not the best. If you play on solo or you have no friends on the server, then he's pretty much not that good. His tech saddle has little turrets flying all around it, it's controlled by the player. But if you have this, he will destroy every single thing in its path. That's only if you have 3 friends. Which, I mean, yeah. That plays Arc and has Genesis. But what you're supposed to do is there's a hoverboard. As I said, you get it from the defeating boss. You arm it with cannons or catapults, which I recommend using cannons because catapults suck for taming such creatures like those. So you get cannon, shoot it in its face, and it gets knocked out. That's pretty much it. Now, the next part is the boss. The boss is, you need to be very, very prepared for it. Because it ain't just that, as I said, this map is very, very unique. This ain't just that one-away boss that just, you get a bunch of Rexes and kill it, and just nothing happens. It's just some attacks that are completely different. No, this boss ain't it. And yes, there is the, what do you call it? The aberration boss, but he's not as compared to this boss. Not even as strong as this boss. Not even close. Because again, with that map, you just get a bunch of Rexes, even though there is no Rexes, but just Reapers and Rock Drakes, and you basically win. Not in map. Well, you do have to get that Rex army. First of all, you need to get the X Rexes, which are in the lava area, or Tex Rexes, which I forgot to say that the Luna has a bunch of tech in it. There's like basically no creatures. Also, there is light pets. I just forgot to say everything because I do that. I also forget things too fast. With this boss, I'm not gonna spoil how he looks or anything, but what you have to do is there's a bunch of